Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? LAX in the house. Ortiz, Santana, the one and only Konnan. And you're watching
AMBY.
Yo, real quick, KONNAN 5150. We serious like a late period. We in the cut. We are that blue pill of wrestling. That's why we stay so damn hard. Órale arriba la raza. You're checking out AMBY. Boom.
Hey everyone, it's Alicia from AMBY, and I would like to welcome you to my interview with Konnan, Ortiz, and Santana from LAX.
Yo,
Hello.
yo, what's
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
what's up?
Welcome. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good, getting ready for this Bound for Glory stuff, and,
Succumb Before the Storm.
Absolutely. It's a 51-50 street fight that's about to go down against OVE. How are you feeling about what's about to happen?
I don't feel good about what we're gonna do to them. I kind of feel bad as a human being, but
Okay.
I mean, we got to do what we got to do. We got to get that gold back.
Que se joda.
Exactly.
Let's just do what we do.
Do you feel like luck may be on your side, that you called the stipulations for the match, the street fight?
Definitely. I mean, this is our territory. This is what we do, and this is where we feel most comfortable. So definitely, this is our ballpark.
Well, aside from delivering pure nastiness, you have to tell me.
Oh, you remember?
Oh, I do. What does a 51-50 street fight entail? You were telling me before you have some tricks up your sleeves.
Well, I think you guys are gonna have to check out the show to see the little surprises. We
Okay.
can't give everything away.
Well, of course, Konnan, you formed LAX, you parted from the group, and now it's back together, and I feel personally that it's stronger than ever. So now that you see the people that you've chose and how strong LAX really is doing within Impact, that must feel pretty gratifying for you.
Oh, yeah, the legacy continues. What we started 10 years ago, we just get fresh faces and we just renew it, and it's like a machine. And it's them, D, Key was here for a while,
Yeah.
and Diamante. She just had knee surgery. She'll be back in the cut real soon. And it's all about representing. We're all Latinos, and I've been in this business, and I've always seen the way that, especially when I broke in, how there was overt and subtle racism against Latinos. Latinos weren't pushed. We had to really, guys like Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, myself, we had to do double, triple what other guys did to be noticed. So it's good to see that, Latinos are finally being able to stand on their own merits, not being held back like they used to. So I'm proud that all of our members are Latino. And these guys are the future, you know what I'm saying? They're passionate, they're hungry, they're smart, they're dedicated, and they're in it to win it, and I wouldn't be with scrubs, you know what I'm saying? And we're like family and shit, you know what I'm saying? We all love hip-hop, we're all Boricuas, my dad's Boricua and shit, so can you cuss here?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you know what I'm saying? So there's like this isn't just three guys that they put together and we only see each other at work, like we chill after the show and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I actually interviewed Alberto El Patron yesterday as well, and he was just saying how LAX, they are the future of Impact Wrestling. So hearing not just that from Alberto, but obviously Konnan here, and you two being chosen to be part of this group, that must have been awesome for you. I'm sure you were psyched.
100%. I mean, like he said, the LAX since the beginning has been all about Latino empowerment, and for them to see something in us to carry on that banner and to keep the legacy going, it definitely means a lot to us.
It's an honor and a blessing.
And let me tell you something that they know, but you probably don't. You know that the first time I left this company was not under the best
Of course, yes.
circumstances. So, I was persona non grata here for 10 years. So, when they called me back, they originally wanted me to be the mouthpiece for another wrestler. And I was like, I'm not interested in that. And they were like, well, what do you want to do? And they were like, well, I want to do, I'll do LAX. That's the only thing I'm interested in doing. And they let me do it.
Back on your own terms.
Yeah, and it's like anything else. I had to find the guys, and then they had to deliver, and it's just been great. You know what I'm saying? And they always want to improve, and that's the, whether it was my great friend Eddie Guerrero, whether it was Rey Mysterio, whether it was Juventud Guerrero, whether now Pentagon and Phoenix, who are two guys that I had a lot in their development. The one thing that always sets you from the rest is that you're not happy with what you did. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever rest on your laurels, because you got other people that are snipping at your heels and want to take your spot. So you can't become complacent. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I have to say that all of you are absolutely fantastic on the mic. You say whatever is on your mind. So have you always been that way, extremely outspoken?
I mean, yeah, for the most part, my mom was very outspoken, and she always encouraged me to speak my mind, no matter the situation, no matter anything, really. Ortiz can vouch for that. My mom is very Puerto Rican, very Afro-Latina, and she does not give a shit what anybody thinks, or like she is very straightforward. And you know, coming up in a household like that, it definitely had a big impact on me. And I think it's very important to speak your mind, no matter the situation.
It's just how you go about it. 100%.
Well, yeah, of course.
Santana's like, nah, really.
But for the most part, man, like, always speak your mind. Always. No matter what. Even if you feel like it's going to get you into trouble, even if you feel like, oh, this person's not going to like it, that person. Like, speak your mind.
Be honest.
Yeah, man. Like, honesty is the best policy, right?
Even though I totally agree and I'm on the same page, it does get you in trouble once in a while, right?
Hey, man.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, you know, like I've always been very outspoken since I was young. I'm from Miami, so everybody talks shit over there, and you got to be a trash talker. I was talking shit in my sleep, you know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, you know, like I wasn't a gangbang or anything like that, but I was a straight hustler. So when I was on the street, a lot of times, you know, like if I was saying, for example, let's say weed, maybe it wasn't the best weed, but I'd smoke it with the guy and I'd chop it up with him. And it's almost like when you go to a store, right? And like maybe you go to a store and maybe you weren't really going to buy something, but you like the employee so much. You know what? I want to hook her up with a commission. And so people are like, man, I want to get my shit from him because he's cool. So, you know, I always had I've always been in wrestling. I've always been in hot water for speaking my mind, whether it was WCW, TNA, AAA. Always speak my mind, which has got me in a lot of hot water, but I am what I am. You know, I'd rather, you know what I'm saying, I'd rather you love me for what I am, you know, hate me for what I am than love me for what I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Very well put. Well, we were talking about social media before the camera started rolling, and I actually have a quote here that Santana tweeted out. It says, to those who said we couldn't, and he's put a bunch of middle fingers, a ton of those emojis. So did you have a lot of doubters, and now people are coming up to you and they see everything that you've accomplished?
I mean, yeah, of course you always hear about this person said this, and wrestling can be very high school at times, and you know, there's always going to be shit talkers, there's always going to be doubters, but use that shit as motivation. You know, use it to throw it back in their face, like, hey, I'm here and you're not. You know what I mean? Or I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and you're still at home twiddling your thumbs, too busy on fucking Twitter worrying about who's saying this or who's saying that, and it's corny. Like, I mean,
yeah, and it's always the motherfuckers that haven't done shit in life talking about motherfuckers that are doing something.
Exactly,
you know
I've noticed that on my end as well.
Yeah. But you like hip hop?
I do.
Okay.
I was actually gonna get into that.
All right, go ahead.
No, say what you wanted.
I want to know you. Well, we'll see how much you like hip hop. Give me your top 5. Boom.
boom.
Well, last time I spoke with EYFBO, we definitely dove into hip hop and rap. EYFBO.
Other name, the other moniker.
Oh, if yeah, that's yeah.
Don't worry, I do know the group name's LAX. You
Yeah.
don't have to sweat that.
Yeah.
But we were talking about a lot of rap, hip hop, and how you guys like singing along, but you might not be the best rappers. Obviously, we have a rapper sitting right here. So do you guys ever rap together when you're on long drives or when you're hanging out?
No, we usually we'll chill, we'll listen to music. Yeah, we'll listen to a lot of music, and we'll talk about what's hot, what isn't hot, and yeah, that's usually our thing. After the shows, we'll get together, we'll chill, sit somewhere and shoot the shit, talk hip hop, and listen to different music, and yeah,
just hang out, watch Homicide and
this guy go back and forth about the Yankees and the Red Sox
all the time.
I love it because it's like two dads going at it, and then you're stuck in the middle, and you're like, well, damn, I don't even know what.
Who do I side with?
Yeah, like damn. There's been times where it's gotten heated. It's hilarious. It's the best thing.
Top 5, Notorious B.I.G. I love N.W.A. I'd have to put Dizzy Rascal up there. He's a UK rapper who I just love. Yeah. Oh, you know, awesome. Puff Daddy. I have to put him up there. I'm trying to think of who else is up there. Oh, Stormzy. He's also newer.
Love Stormzy.
Yeah, I love
He's
Stormzy.
awesome.
So I know. I think I should give you a top 6 or 7, but those are the ones that I'm digging.
So they play a lot of British rap here in Canada?
I just used to listen to a lot of British music growing up, so I discovered that because of my dad.
Yeah, I love all that UK drill music.
Yeah,
it's way
awesome.
better than the shit they're doing now. I don't even
I completely agree.
that mumble rap and all that. I don't even know what language they're speaking. It's like, what are you saying?
It's
and I
not
find
like
it a little whiny. Like it doesn't have that angst and passion. That
Well,
the
not
other
only
stuff
that,
has
it's
to.
almost like they snuck electronic music in there, kind
Yeah.
of, and everything's the same shit. Popping bottles, taking perks, taking Molly, banging hoes. It's like the same shit. There's no real story. There ain't no Slick Ricks. There ain't no Big Daddy Kane's.
There's no stories
There ain't no
anymore.
Public
Absolutely.
Enemies. That to me was the right there, the be all end all. Public Enemy to me was just super dope.
It's so
'Cause
awesome to hear we're on the same page with this.
They
Yeah.
were on some militant shit.
Well, we were talking, you mentioned who's hot and who's not. We just kind of covered the not, but who are some people you are digging right now?
Right now, I got into, of course, not because I'm biased, but I just got into them. There's this guy named Dave East, which
Okay.
he's from Spanish Harlem in New York, and I just got into him from he did a BET cipher, like one of the recent ciphers. Yeah. So Dave East, Bodega Bams, which is another New York rapper from Spanish Harlem that I just got into, and I like Bodega Bams because I'm big into a lot of classic salsa music, and like my mom is really big into it. So he samples a lot of classic salsa music with his music. So
Very cool.
when I heard him sample like Hector Lavoe or Willie Colon or somebody, I was like, yo, this dude is amazing.
I'm going to message you for the name and some
Oh
suggestions
yeah,
for sure. That's
100%.
sweet.
Yeah, definitely.
How about yourself, Ortiz?
I will say Action Bronson for sure. I'm definitely on a high kick of him right now. Joey Badass. Some of the newer guys. I like Logic, Little Dicky. One of my all-time favorites is Rakim and stuff like that. But as far as the new crop, I would go with like Logic, Little Dicky, Action Bronson, those guys.
Okay.
And was it Dave East?
Dave East, yeah.
We kind of got into him at the same time, and I just have to go back and listen to most of the stuff. And he actually got me into Cormega. I don't know if you know who Cormega is.
No.
Yeah, Cormega is a classic Queensbridge rapper. He came up with like Nas and Mobb Deep,
Okay.
and he was very underground. Like he did some stuff with Nas and The Firm. That was a little mainstream, but for the most part, he's strictly underground. And like he talk about storytelling. This dude was a fucking storyteller.
And Konnan, anyone come to mind?
The new cats, I'm not a real big fan of anybody in particular. Like some of Drake's shit, not that R&B shit, but I like Joel Ortiz.
Oh man, hell yeah.
One of the most, to me, a god, bro. Big Pun, I think he's so underrated, bro.
Yeah, Pun is a god to me. He's my idol.
Yeah, and so somebody that's from Miami and Cuban, and I hate all the shit he does now. And like when he first started, he was real fucking hood. Was Pitbull. I hate all that Calle Ocho and every song that he's on. Oh my god, he just went so commercial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Big Pun is my idol, man. That's
Now
like,
he's real big. He's gonna send me a copy of this. He's been putting over one of the greatest groups that ever existed, and a guy that I got to meet, and he was actually a fan of mine, Method Man with Wu-Tang.
Oh yeah, the new Wu-Tang album that just
Sick.
dropped. The saga continues, man. I haven't listened to a hip hop album or any album that I could listen from front to back without
Really?
skipping a track.
Okay, so I've heard
And-
singles off of it. I haven't heard the whole
Yeah,
record yet.
so like I heard this whole album and I didn't skip a track, and I was like, I gotta listen to this shit again. And the same thing, I didn't skip a track, and I was like, yo, this album is
Awesome.
is fire. Yeah, pure nastiness.
Pure nastiness.
Pure nastiness.
Well, I'm super surprised to hear that you like salsa, because to me, when I think salsa, it obviously goes hand in hand with dancing. And I found somewhere that Konnan, when you were growing up at certain Thanksgiving or Christmas parties, you would have little dance competitions within your family,
Who
right?
told you that?
I looked around a little bit.
That is true.
Got him.
That is very true. That is very true. That the whole family would come over, and I would
yeah.
perform, and I would dance, and I would sing, and I would do salsa, merengue. I would do all the Jackson 5
Who
routine,
knew?
and one of the ways that they used to punish me was when they had get-togethers. We couldn't have like a show, because I like to come out, put capes on, and I had like a little crown I had made, and I was just a ham. You know what I'm saying? I just liked attention. I like to sing. I like to dance, and so I loved everything.
I love that. Any go-to dance moves?
Just everything. Anything that was popular in the day, I could do. I was a
Okay.
good dancer back in the day.
You might have to show it to your fellow
I gotta
teammates
see
here.
this shit.
Yeah, these guys, they don't appreciate good dance moves.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh, is that true?
Come on,
Yeah.
that's not
I can
true.
pop and lock a little bit.
Can you?
Boy, yeah.
All right.
I'm all right.
He's gonna ask you to do it later, right?
He's going to hold you to
I'll do it
that.
later.
He is gonna.
100%.
I got you.
Well, just to wrap things up, I want to bring it to the fans. Is there anything you would like to leave to all of the LAX supporters who are viewing?
Fa.
Go ahead.
I'll start. It's amazing, like the reach now that we kind of have, and like we'll get fans from like Indonesia, the UK, Germany, and like all around the world. Just like how much they appreciate us and like what we're doing. They're just like we're refreshing to watch, just in general in wrestling, and it's just dope. Thank you to everybody that watches us and continues to support us and tweets us, because I never tweet people back. I just like comments and stuff like that, but he'll tweet people back. But it's just dope. Thank you to everyone. It's just it's still very humbling experience that we're going through, and we're still humble about it.
Yeah, man. Like you said, there's people from all over the world that's been contacting us and reaching out and showing a lot of love and appreciation. Keep supporting the movement. You know what I mean? This is something that it's just the beginning. You know what I mean? We're just getting our feet wet. We're just starting what we're doing. So look forward to what's to come, definitely.
Yeah, man, just straight up, we're not just representing Latinos, we're representing hip-hop, we're representing everybody that likes what we stand for, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we just love to go out there and show, improve, and entertain, you know what I'm saying? So, they're going to look back at this, later on, and so will you. And these are just super cool years that you're going to look back on and go, man, that's some dope shit that I was doing. When you're in it, it's hard to realize what you're going through and what you're doing. But as time passes by, you appreciate and experience stuff much more. So I love every minute of any time that I have to be able to work with people like them and show them what I learned from other great professionals and help hone them and make them really big stars. I have a real good track record of helping a lot of people really grow in this industry, and this is like my latest project.
I just want to say it's been amazing to see how much this has grown, especially since I first spoke with you two. Like, I feel so proud, and it's just amazing being there from the beginning. So just, congratulations on everything, and thank you so much for joining me. Absolute
definitely. Thank you.
legend right
Question,
here.
what's the last good movie you saw?
Last good movie I saw. Well, I rewatched Shawshank Redemption recently.
Right.
That's like a classic for me. I'm trying to think of new films that I've seen. Oh, I actually saw the new Jigsaw. I saw it in
Jigsaw, was that
theater.
good?
It was great. I'm a sucker for those films, though. I've seen every single one. I love them all.
Last good movie you saw? Non-porno.
That's
Keep
tough.
it in mind.
I saw Thor. Thor was alright.
I heard that was good.
Okay,
Yeah, Thor Ragnarok was pretty
I
good.
saw it, the new It.
Was it good?
Oh, that was good.
really good.
Okay.
That was good.
was really
I
good.
saw this movie that it hasn't gotten that much, play, I guess. Like a month ago, it's called Wind River.
Okay.
Oh my God, that's
good.
awesome! Yeah, it was really well written. It was about like this federal agent that went to like an Indian reservation to try to solve a murder. But like an Indian reservation, they have like their own law enforcement and shit. So it was really, they had like a standoff with the federal. It was, I recommend that. Check
If
it
you
out.
like that movie, you might like a show called Longmire. It's kind of the same premise in a sense.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix as well, so I
Yeah.
binge watched that like
Yeah.
crazy. So
Yeah,
What's
this
it
wasn't
called?
on Netflix. It was
What's
on
it called?
Longmire.
Longmire.
3 favorite wrestlers growing up.
I love how Konnan's taken over. Mick Foley, Jericho, and probably Santino Marella. I loved him. Yeah.
You?
Bret Hart, Eddie Guerrero, and Benoit, probably.
You?
Dick Togo, Christopher Daniels, and I say Kurt Angle.
Wow, that was pretty random till you got to Kurt Angle. Dick Togo and
Yo,
Daniels
Dick
is
Togo
amazing.
Yeah.
got some
Yeah.
bangers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but very rare are you gonna
Yeah,
hear anybody
yeah,
say Dick
yeah,
Togo.
man, I love
He's all about the rare shit. man.
To spin it around,
I grew
what
up
about
watching
your
a lot of
three?
Japanese wrestling, so
I
Oh,
really,
nice.
to tell you the truth, I didn't grow up a wrestling fan. I got into wrestling totally by like, it's weird if I told you the story, but anyways, the people that I can remember, like Dusty Rhodes, Jack and Jerry Briscoe, which I don't think you probably ever saw, and Flair.
Okay.
3 hottest girls all time in wrestling.
Hottest girls?
Yeah, you had a crush on when you were young.
Stacy Keibler, always.
1000%. Very cool chick too.
Really, one of my top. JoJo, definitely. You know that chick?
Oh,
JoJo.
bro,
Yeah.
she-
Oh man.
It's not even fair. What's going on here?
I saw her backstage in WWE. She got a good
What's
run.
going on?
Oh my gosh.
Let's see, one more. Dawn Marie.
Dom, the from ECW.
Yeah, she was
Yeah,
pretty hot.
yeah.
Yeah.
You?
Don't get in trouble.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, Dawn Marie.
Please, man. Come on.
You stole JoJo from me, actually.
That is still JoJo. Get out of here.
You can throw JoJo in if you want.
Yeah. JoJo and
It's quite the
I
stumper.
had a thing for Sable back in the day.
I think a lot of people
yeah.
did.
Yeah, Sable, her Playboy bag was the first Playboy my dad ever bought me as a kid.
Really?
Mind you, when it came out, I was like fucking 12 or something, and he was like, "Here you go, son."
I like
be
how
a
he
man."
bought you and you'd have to sneak it.
Like, I was like, all right, well.
3 crushes you wrestling growing up.
Growing up, I don't know. It's weird because I never had that connection with wrestling. Like I always
You never
watched it
saw
for
a
the
wrestler and thought
wrestling.
he's cute or something like that, like
I mean,
most girls do?
Nowadays, yeah, but I've
Okay,
interviewed half
give
of
me
them.
nowadays. Tell me who they are.
I'm friends with a lot of them now.
Well,
I'd
tell
rather
me who
keep
they.
that
Okay, tell me the ones that you're
away.
not friends with.
I don't know. I end up befriending a
afar.
lot of them. Gosh, you're stumping me here. It's the first one you've stumped me on.
Let me throw
I've
you a
interviewed
name.
So many
Okay, you just say
legends.
yes or no. Finn Balor.
No.
Well, you might be the only girl I've
I
heard
think
that
I
from.
am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AJ Styles.
Yes.
Okay. What's this guy's name here? EC3.
Yeah, I spoke with him yesterday. Yeah.
ADR.
ADR. Why isn't that?
Alberto Del Rio.
Oh, Alberto. Yeah.
Eli Drake.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think Finn was Finn the only no. Sorry, Finn. You know what? I haven't interviewed
Just
him
threw
yet,
her to the
though, so- Any other questions before?
No, I'm done with
think
you.
You're good? I'm done with you.
I'm done.
He's ready to just walk off. Thank you so
Mic
much for
drop.
joining me. I really
Thank you,
appreciate
man.
this.
Thank
Oh,
you very much.
definitely.
Much success in what you're doing.
Thank
It's
you
good
so
that we have
much.
cool chicks, pretty cool chicks, doing some wrestling shit instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
some other girls that I've seen before. And you know what I'm saying? On some real shit. Thank you very much. Where are you from?
I'm from Toronto.
Toronto?
Yep.
Oh my God, the T-Dot.
T-Dot.
I have stories.
Maybe next time we can get
Yes.
into some of them.
Yes, yes.
Perfect.
Maybe not.
Well, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. And
for having us.
remember,
Appreciate
to
it.
everyone viewing, you can visit us at musicblogger.com for all exclusive interviews, features, videos, and so much more. See ya.
LAX hasta la muerte y después.
Boom.
Yay, yay.